him. It was that fateful memory loss of Rio Ferdinand a year ago on Thursday when he missed his drug test that led to the 8-month ban that ends tonight. And what a fixture for him to make his comeback in. Roy Keane knows what it's like to come back having been in the wilderness. He recently returned from international exile with Ireland, so he knows what it's like to have all eyes, all cameras trained on him. And he looks relaxed and is smiling in his exchanges with Graham Poll, the referee. Smiles after difficult times at Manchester United, but Rio Ferdinand will get that adrenaline rush again as he comes out to experience the atmosphere here. For 8 months he's been like a privileged spectator, training with the club only to watch their matches. But now he does what he's really paid for, comes back into play. And ironic that it should be the same fixture that saw the end of Eric Cantona's suspension against Liverpool. Ferdinand hoping he has the same impact that Cantona did on that particular day. Cristiano Ronaldo putting on the black armband that the players are wearing tonight as a mark of respect for Brian Clough, who sadly died today. And so, after 8 months out for his bout of amnesia on drug testing day a year ago, Rio Ferdinand is pitched straight in. Mikel Silvestre survives with Wes Brown's switch to right back. Silvestre now the only ever present for United this season, as goalkeeper Tim Howard pays the price for a costly slip in Lyon. The American goalkeeper not even on the bench. John O'Shea returns to a midfield role, and with Ryan Giggs supporting Ruud van Nistelrooy, there's no starting place for Alan Smith.
When you look at that lineup, Bob, and it is a team still searching for the right blend this season. Some continuity, as you said, only Mikel Silvestre started every game so far. Injury has played a part in that chopping and changing, but so has a lack of form in one or two positions. Another new look defence, of course, with Ferdinand back in the side. Coming back into a game like this, it's a huge test. But the adrenaline will be pumping like never before, and I think that might cover up for an understandable lack of match fitness. As the game goes on, though, he's bound to tire. Interesting that Sir Alex Ferguson hasn't put Alan Smith back up front. Instead, it might be a fluid formation involving Paul Scholes and Ryan Giggs.
After Liverpool's smooth start to the Champions League proper, Rafael Benitez retains the side that beat Monaco for his first meeting with Manchester United. Jersey Dudek can afford a repeat of errors in recent games against tonight's opponents, with Chris Kirkland fit again to challenge him.
Well, his team is developing a familiar look under Rafael Benitez now, something that hasn't always been the case. Still a lot of work to be done, but I think the new man will be fairly pleased with how it's gone. Central midfield for me already looks very strong. Xabi Alonso has settled in very quickly next to Steven Gerrard. The Spanish player passes the ball with a lot of clash and composure, but he won't have come up against a challenge quite like tonight. It's going to be frenetic in that middle ground, and Luis Garcia, the other Spaniard, he'll notice that as he tries to provide the link between midfield and Djibril Cissé, who Benitez will want to stretch that United defence with his pace.
Plenty has changed in the 247 days since Rio Ferdinand played his last game, a defeat at Wolves. United were top of the table, then a point clear of Arsenal. Euro 2004 has been and gone. Plenty of managers have gone too. Claudio Ranieri, Sir Bobby Robson and Gerard Houllier. But Sir Alex Ferguson is a fixture, and his opposite number is the 5th Liverpool boss he's faced in his long reign at Old Trafford. Graham Poll is a familiar sight at this fixture. It's the 7th time he's had charge of a Manchester United-Liverpool encounter. But one thing that doesn't change is the weather in Manchester. It's wet, it's windy, and that swirling wind may just have an impact on the game. Liverpool are looking for their 50th league victory against their closest, bitterest rivals. And they get the game underway. Paul Scholes slips straight away from the kickoff, which may be a comment on the state of the pitch. That's Sami Hyypiä. And now Harry Kewell closed down by Roy Keane. Now Luis Garcia. The front line for Liverpool that's never played in this fixture before. Luis Garcia and Djibril Cissé. And Ainsley at left back here for Manchester United, also playing in it for the first time. Silvestre to Wes Brown, and here is Rio Ferdinand. It is a gamble to play him. Under the terms of his suspension, they couldn't play him obviously in reserve games or even behind closed doors friendlies. But Sir Alex Ferguson said that when he was available again, he had no hesitation in putting his name on the team sheet. John O'Shea back in midfield tonight. His versatility has been used again this season. Ferdinand, a good interception there and a crucial one too.
Well, doing good, Rob. First meaningful touch. Made the challenge and got it right. And I have to say, seeing Ferdinand back in that United shirt, it's a great sight, because whatever you say about the rights and wrongs of that drug test, he's a footballer and he loves to play.
It's a game to make the hair stand up on the neck of any player. A great thrill to take part in it. Bit of loose play here though by Manchester United, which has given Liverpool the chance to put them under pressure. Liverpool have had a good recent run, 7 out of 10 victories in recent encounters. They've won on 3 of their last 4 visits here. Here's Ronaldo. Taken away from him by Harry Kewell. Roy Keane to Brown. Ferdinand will just be looking to do the simple things well tonight, nothing clever. Ainsley, who's joined the team in the time that Ferdinand was out of it. 1 or 2 new colleagues for him to familiarise himself with, out on the pitch at least. Ferdinand getting in close there and giving away the free kick for the challenge on Luis Garcia. His timing of the challenge is one of the things he's got to rediscover.
Well, perhaps. And Garcia did ever so well here, because he's knocked it off first time, and it was a good pass in the end across to Cissé. He's caught him, but just to announce his presence in the back for United.
Ferdinand, the only player in the Manchester United squad to have a 100% record in the Premiership in this fixture. He's won both of his previous league games against Liverpool. This is Hosami. Again, he's done well to follow that up, and he's pulled it back. And Cissé with a fresh air kick. That was a scare for Manchester United, and having survived it, Ronaldo looks to break here. Scholes bidding to get in the middle with Ruud van Nistelrooy. Good break from Ronaldo after United had been under pressure at the other end.
The slick pitch playing a part, because when that ball came across from Hosami, it was Mikel Silvestre that slipped and allowed Cissé half a chance. Silvestre in the middle, racing back, loses his footing, and Cissé just needs to make decent contact. He slashed at it a little bit.
There's Keane. John Arisa. And there's Silvestre, who needs a big performance tonight. Now Ainsley, who's done well in the 2 games he's played for Manchester United since returning from the Olympics. Paul Scholes seems to be having a bigger problem than most, keeping his footing on the greasy surface.
Well, we've had that downpour after the lads came out for their warm-up beforehand, and you might see a couple changing the footwear. They continue to fall over.
Gerrard. Now Kewell. Broken up by Brown. Now Scholes to Keane. Ryan Giggs for Manchester United finds Roy Keane. Now Scholes. Silvestre to Ainse.
Van Nistelrooy is pretty much playing up front on his own. Ryan Giggs is maintaining his width on the left. Paul Scholes in the middle.
Ferdinand just pulled back then by Luis Garcia. He scored in his last Premiership match, the 3-0 win against West Brom. Missed some chances in the match against Monaco. It's a question of getting an understanding with Steven Gerrard, who was outstanding in that match, as it has been for many recent matches for Liverpool.
You can see Liverpool not sitting back when the likes of West Brom are on the ball. That's twice now he's been closed down, not able to get his pass away. Fantastic game.
He's modified the team, restructured it. 3 of the 4 Spaniards he signed playing tonight. There's one, Xabi Alonso. Here's Jamie Carragher. Risa to Sami Hyypiä. Hyypiä has already lasted longer on the pitch than he did here 2 seasons ago when he was sent off after 4 minutes. Silvestre. Ainse, for whom this is a home debut tonight. Wes Brown to Ronaldo. There's Reese's challenge that forced Ronaldo to take the tumble. Here's Scholes. Now Brown. And this is Rio Ferdinand. Silvestre to Ainse. Roy Keane. Scholes. It's a good move this. Can Giggs pull it back across? O'Shea slipped. Now Ainse. He's driven it across. Scholes looks for the acrobatics, but Hyypiä was close enough to him to prevent a spectacular goal.
It's very slick into passing from United there between 3 or 4 players. Got the opening from Ryan Giggs.
Well, there'd been shadow boxing to start with, but Manchester United are finding their rhythm here now. Ainse. O'Shea just run away from him and Gerrard clears.
Controls got to be so tight tonight with a slippery ball, slippery pitch.
Wes Brown. Scholes with the header back. This is Ronaldo. Gerrard looking to set Cisse away, but Ferdinand had blocked him off. It's been a steady start so far. And he'll be heartened by the great level of support he's got, Rio Ferdinand. Given a good reception and welcome back from the moment he came out to warm up. Ainse's ball back. Here's Silvestre. Keane to Brown. Ronaldo. In full circle and looking to get away and get his shot away, and he hits the post, and it's Giggs who keeps the move going, and headed behind by Carragher to relieve the pressure.
Well, that's a measure of his talent. Cristiano Ronaldo held the ball up brilliantly and he saw nothing was on, and the ball's almost under his body, but he manages to dig it out. The direction's great. Very unlucky.
Giggs corner. Good header clear by Hosami. Ferdinand. Well, there seemed nothing on there for Ronaldo, and he thought, why not? And who can blame him, judging by the result? Close to the opening goal. On by Scholes, away by Hyypiä. Here's O'Shea, now Scholes. Looking for Ronaldo, the pass was a bit short for him, and allowed Risa to get there. And this is Kiel. Cisse. Luis Garcia. Brown. A challenge by Roy Keane. Determined, after by his own admission, an indifferent display in the week in Lyon, to make amends tonight.
It's been a cracking start. Good high tempo, we knew it'd be like that. Some good passing as well.
Here goes Ronaldo again. He's resisted Xabi Alonso's challenge. Showing his fancy footwork now to John Arne Riise. Riise trying to push him into the corner. Getting some help as well from Harry Kewell. But Kewell can't control it, and Wes Brown has won it back. Van Nistelrooy, Hookers hauling him back. But the referee saw nothing wrong with it, and John O'Shea and Ryan Giggs are furious.
Can't believe that. Can't believe it. He's turned his man Van Nistelrooy, and the arm's on the shoulder, he's pulling him back. Graham Paul's had a great look at it. The fact Van Nistelrooy didn't go down perhaps worked against him. So eager to get his shot in.
Ronaldo's corner. Ferdinand is up there for it. And it's cleared to Brown. Liverpool at the moment clinging on desperately. Ronaldo goes low, cleared by Gerrard. Xabi Alonso looks to launch it for Cisse, but Silvestra's the last man back. And we could then have had a repeat here of Hyypiä's red card a couple of years ago. It was a foul on Van Nistelrooy then. And there certainly did seem to be plenty of unfair contact from the defender. Here's O'Shea. Giggs. O'Shea trying to steer it back through to Giggs, but there wasn't a wide enough gap. And here's Finnan. Playing it against the United man for the throw.
Well, Van Nistelrooy is sometimes accused of going down too easily, but he certainly didn't here. He was desperate. He could see there was a shot on goal in the off, and so he's tried to avoid the challenge, stay on his feet. Thought there was a great chance to score, but still have to say that was a penalty in my book.
Keane. John O'Shea. Van Nistelrooy this time has Carragher at his back. Ronaldo. It's John O'Shea! And headed back by Hyypiä.
Well, John O'Shea has made more than one run into the penalty area, very eager to get forward, and skips off the turf into his midriff. Unlucky. Ronaldo again causing the problems on that right-hand side, whether it's a cross or a dribble. Real handful.
After the scare from Cisse earlier, it's been one-way traffic in Manchester United's favour since then. In the last 5 minutes, all the action has taken place around the Liverpool area. Manchester United don't always start like this. They're one of the better teams at seeing what their opponents have to throw at them, sometimes even giving them a goal or 2 goal start as they did in the week, and then coming back from that. But they have made the running here in the opening quarter of an hour.
Well, I think this is the kind of game they need to almost kick-start the season. It has been lacklustre. It's never going to be the case tonight against their old rivals.
Despite Arsenal's convincing start, it is crazy that people are writing off Manchester United already.
There's no doubt they're going to get better and better, I think, as their key players return. Still got Wayne Rooney, of course, to make his debut. What a difference he could make.
That may now be only about a week away. Finnan felt he should have had a free kick, but he's told by Graham Poll to get up, and Ainsley in the meantime makes hay and gets forward. Xabi Alonso stopping him in the end. Giggs. Ainsley looking for the gap for O'Shea, but Xabi Alonso plugged it. Silvestre to Scholes. Looking for Van Nistelrooy. On the shoulder of Carragher. His header away is met by Risa before Ronaldo can get there. Brown to Roy Keane. Ainsley to Giggs. A little bit of room here for O'Shea, who's looked for Giggs again. And Hosami Pans with a well-timed challenge.
Well, Ryan Giggs is saying to John O'Shea, why didn't you have a go? He didn't think the pass to Giggs was actually the right one. When he was in a central position, O'Shea, again getting forward, got a bit of luck with the break, find the ball at his feet.
Scholes. Ainsley. He's taken a heavy tumble.
This has been the danger man so far for United. Good start all round, but whenever he's got on that ball, he's looked a real threat, and you just can't afford to let him do those kind of things. He can produce something out of nothing, as he nearly did there.
Scored twice already for Portugal this season, but not for Manchester United yet, Ronaldo. Here's Silvestre.
Struggling to build any attacks at the moment, Liverpool. Vital that they try and get Luis Garcia into it. There's that link between midfield and attack. On the ball now, he can be the catalyst for them.
Find his man then. Cisse was his target, but it was overhit. Rio Ferdinand for Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo with Kuhl in pursuit, and Risa there to hold him up as well. Side he's become familiar with, teams doubling up on him.
Yeah, well, Harry Kuhl loves to go forward, but he's going to spend a fair portion of this match, I think, on the back foot, helping out his left back, Gianna Risa.
Keane. Now Ainsley. Cut out by Xabi Alonso. Room here for Gerrard to operate in. Plays Cisse in, but Ferdinand shows that he's lost none of his old composure, none of his old tricks. Very cool under pressure there.
I saw that one coming. Cisse's going to be a little bit more cute in the way that he runs off the ball. He's going to trouble Ferdinand tonight.
Ferdinand. Ainsley. Here's Wes Brown. Sami Hyypiä's challenge.
Annoyed with that, Liverpool, because instead of a throw, United have a chance to whip one into the box.
Ronaldo's now gone into the middle, and as he showed at Euro 2004, he can be quite useful in the air as well. It's Giggs who sweeps it in, and coming round the back was Mikel Silvestre, and Manchester United are ahead. The man who rejected Liverpool has scored against them.
Well, you have to say it is a beautifully delivered free kick, but when Silvestre peels around, nobody goes with him at all. Far too simple from Liverpool's point of view, but what a cool finish that is. Just like a training ground header from Mikel Silvestre. And from United's possession, the chances created, that seemed to be coming, but a real slack defending from the visitors.
Goal for Silvestre. He's one of those who's borne the brunt of criticism recently. His first goal since March. Not even the Liverpool fans here can argue that on balance of play in the first 20 minutes, Manchester United have deserved that opening. Liverpool have been forced to sit deep, but now will have to become more adventurous.
Well, it might mean just, I think Rafael Benitez will sit tight and see how things develop. He's a permanent fixture in that zone outside his dugout, but they haven't been able to keep the ball in United's half up to now, and that's something they've got to remedy if they're going to get back into this game.
Ferdinand. Now Ronaldo. Brown was just behind, but Risa got a foot to it.
It's almost 3 against 1 whenever Ronaldo gets on the ball. Steven Gerrard comes across as well.
Here's Wes Brown.
Well, it's just the sort of start I'm sure that Sir Alex Ferguson was looking for. Inject some kind of optimism, rekindle the fires that are flickering a little bit.
After a run of drawn games, and some of them lucky draws as well. The win against their local rivals could really be the launching pad that Manchester United need. Mikel Silvestre, the goal scorer, to Ainsley. Huppier going in with O'Shea. It was Brown who got in tight on Kuhl, but no foul. And here's Ronaldo. Van Nistelrooy. Kuhl blocking off Brown.
It's been a really positive start because both full-backs, Wes Brown on the right and so on the left, both got forward.
Giggs from the quick free kick. Xabi Alonso stuck with him. Ronaldo tries to deliver another cross and wins a corner.
Well, it's a torrid period of pressure Liverpool are having to try and endure at the moment.
Ronaldo. There he goes again. Giggs! Snapshot really from Ryan Giggs.
Well, it came to him quickly and he thought, why not? And this is the goal. Don't know, whether the Liverpool defenders are just marking zones here rather than men, because nobody makes a motion to go with Silvestre. It's a simple peel around the back post. The Liverpool defenders look at each other as if to say, well, who on earth was marking him? The answer was no one.
His form has suffered recently, Mikel Silvestre. He's found himself out of the French squad. But what a personal boost for him. Who knows, he may even steal some of the headlines from Rio in the morning. Hosami with the throw. On by Cisse. Luis Garcia to Kuhl. Gerrard, nothing to his left. He'd expected Risa to be further forward than he actually was. Here's Xabi Alonso. Finnan. Now Hosami. He's gone for it. Roy Carroll sees it drift by.
That's one of the few attacks they've had this first half. Awful long way out. Casemiro started really well in his new career at Anfield.
They're brought in from Malaga.
Interesting system that United are playing though, Robert. I think Sir Alex Ferguson recognised that middle ground was where Liverpool was strongest.
Away goes Van Nistelrooy after Huppier's slip. Tried to line it up for Scholes and Xabi Alonso got back.
Ryan Giggs far post, totally on his own, screaming for it.
Risa, Kuhl, Gerrard, and Luis Garcia. Gerrard, Hosami, now Gerrard, and again Steven Gerrard lashes it against Ferdinand. John O'Shea, Giggs. Ense. It's too long for Van Nistelrooy.
They're just going back to that tactic that Sir Alex Ferguson has adopted here. Didn't want to get caught out in the middle. That's why I think he's just left Van Nistelrooy up front on his own for large parts, with Scholes helping out O'Shea and Roy Keane to make sure that the likes of Alonso and Steven Gerrard don't start to dominate.
Finnan. Tense has given away the free kick. Hosami on the right has been allowed to venture forward far more than Risa on the left. So concerned are Liverpool about Cristiano Ronaldo, and it's inevitable that Van Nistelrooy looks to him here. Delicate little touch to set Wes Brown away, and he returns the compliment. They are turning on the style on this right-hand side, United. Brown looks like he might have learned a trick or two from Ronaldo. Here's Van Nistelrooy, cleared to Sami Hyypiä. Keane, Scholes, Giggs. The ball in, Van Nistelrooy into the goalkeeper's hands.
They timed really well, Van Nistelrooy. That well that he couldn't manage to get the power behind it. Difference between the two sides at the moment, though, is when United get on the ball, they've got options. When Liverpool do, they haven't, and that was a pretty good example. And a lot of that is down to players' movements off the ball, creating angles, creating the kind of passes which enables them to keep the ball.
Hosami with the throw-in. Luis Garcia. It's Jamie Carragher. Now Xabi Alonso. Manchester United have been swarming all over them. A relief for Liverpool now to get some possession, to try and construct a way back into the game. They've been feeding on scraps at the moment. Luis Garcia trying to make his own opening. Ense clears. Xabi Alonso wins it back. Now Steve Finnan. Hosami. It was a flash touch from Luis Garcia. It wasn't really what Finnan needed.
No, not what Liverpool needed at this moment, but Luis Garcia is seeing more and more of the ball, which is only a good sign for Liverpool.
There's O'Shea. Gerrard. Xabi Alonso. Hosami. By Rio Ferdinand.
He's looking nice and sharp, isn't he? Nice and bright. I bet he's loving this tonight. What a game to come back into.
Well, It's his partner, Mikel Silvestre, who's given United the comfort of a lead, slender though it is at the moment, but really the first half an hour has flown by. Sami Hyypiä, Gerrard. Here's Kuehl. Now Scholes. Keane. O'Shea. Keane again. Rio Ferdinand. Silvestre. Ense. Manchester United can afford this patient approach at the back now. It's up to Liverpool to seize the initiative back from them. Keane's ball cleared by Hosami, but not very convincingly. Ryan Giggs. And here's Scholes. It's Ense's ball across. Away by Sami Hyypiä. Ronaldo comes in!
Well, Liverpool are looking far from comfortable whenever the ball's delivered in from wide. It's a long cross and should have been dealt with a little bit better than that. Ronaldo, first to the knockdown, could easily have found the corner. Had the time, kept his eye on it. Pretty annoyed with himself, actually, I think, that he didn't score.
He had a lot of criticism in his first season with Manchester United, Ronaldo, for not doing all his clever work in the right sort of areas. He really has harnessed it to the team's benefit. In the latter part of last season through to the beginning of this. O'Shea, Scholes. Ense to John O'Shea.
Talk about the wide threat from Cristiano Ronaldo for United, but Harry Kuehl for Liverpool on that same side going forward has hardly done anything. It's been mostly on the back foot defending, hasn't it? And that's led to a real lack of width for them and a lack of options sometimes. No outlet on that side.
Chelsea are Arsenal's main challengers at the moment. Can they keep up their unbeaten run this weekend? They're at Middlesbrough. It's on Prem Plus. Saturday from 12:30. Tune to Channel 433 for details. And also Saturday, 5 o'clock, Sky Sports 3. We're witnessing Bolton in action against Steve Bruce's Birmingham. Taken down, Luis Garcia acknowledging the foul. Cole has let it flow where possible. Well, he was unsure on his feet then, Carragher. Got away with it. Flick on by Cisse. Too long for Luis Garcia. Rio Ferdinand, first real loose touch from him. He recovered to keep Luis Garcia at bay, and then Brown helps him out by making the challenge on Kuehl. Ronaldo finds Van Nistelrooy. Here's Wes Brown. And he's won a corner out of Risa.
And again, it was an example of Liverpool not being able to keep the ball. Long ball up to Cisse, flicked it on, they lost it. Again, weren't able to feed the ball back out to Harry Kuehl when they were getting possession.
Ronaldo's driven corner. Ainsley's header! Good tip over.
Well, it was driven in with such power that Ainsley, backtracking, just got his head to it and got a good solid connection. Kept Dudek on his toes.
Well directed over by Dudek. Scholes. Back out to Giggs. Silvestra's underneath this one. Can't direct it goalwards, and Ronaldo can't keep it in either. th Premiership appearance tonight for Jersey Dudek, and what a save this was.
Well, I think we'd have asked questions if this one had gone in. It was a decent header from that distance. He expected to tip that one over.
Look how dominant Manchester United are. Liverpool haven't really been able to compete on equal terms with them. Gerrard. Ronaldo. Scholes have gone through to the right, but he's offside.
That's a typical Paul Scholes run. Diagonally across the face of that defence. Caught Dudek as he went past. Another great run from Ronaldo, and he's off from the start, isn't he, Scholes? There's nothing malicious in that. It was his right boot that caught Dudek's left knee.
He's got the back of his knee, and Scholes just couldn't stop his run in time. Scholes hadn't seen that the flag had long since been raised. Chris Kirkland now back on the bench for Liverpool after a series of injuries, the latest of which was a back problem. And Steven Gerrard has a bit of an injury problem as well, which is a big injury worry for Rafael Benitez. Looking to get him through to half-time. 7 minutes to last, but he's not moving very cleverly, and he's just made a signal to the bench. Here's Scholes. Now Kill. Gerrard would be the one that Liverpool would be looking to pull him up by the bootstraps here, but he's barely mobile at the moment. Here's Giggs. Hosami holds him up. Giggs. Ainsley's ball in. Got a flick from Nistelrooy!
Well, this just sums up the man, because John O'Shea flicked it on and he had so little time to react to it. Good flick, but by his standards, he would have expected to get it on target, I think, at least. Van Nistelrooy.
Well, it's a shattering blow to Liverpool, because Steven Gerrard is going to have to come off. And let's get a word from Jeff Shreeves about that.
Yes, Rob, he's just been over to the bench. He said he's got a kick on the foot, which means he's unable to continue. That's why Didi Hamann is coming on now.
Thank you.
Well, sometimes you know, don't you? Only 5-6 minutes away from half-time, and the temptation would have been to see if he can get through there, see what it's like in the dressing room, but I think Steven Gerrard knows that he's not going to be able to run that half, or any kind of treatment won't do the trick. It's a blow.
Well, as good a player as Hamann is, they will miss Steven Gerrard's influence, no doubt about it. Does win a free kick as his first contribution.
It alters the balance of that midfield partnership with Xabi Alonso.
He's just explaining the nature of the injury. Steven Gerrard right across the foot. But here go Liverpool again with Xabi Alonso, and here's Kuhl. Risa. Back from Finnan. This is Hosami. Left to Brown to deal with. Luis Garcia. And again. Coman. Carragher. Coman. Ferdinand, who got in there on Luis Garcia, and he's there again.
That's where it's breaking down. Having trouble progressing into that final third, Liverpool. United staying very tight, but I just think going forward they need a little bit more of Djibril Cissé up front, a little bit more of Harry Kuhl on the left as well. His movement needs to be very good up front there on his own, and we haven't seen that pace of his. Service hasn't been great.
Ainsley. Scholes. This is Giggs. Van Nistelrooy's making a move in the middle, and Hopia hits the header away, but only to Ronaldo, who's got plenty of time here, but still takes on Risa. Good ball in, and it's O'Shea's header, which Dudek pushes into the ground.
Well, time and time again, it's a United head that's getting onto these crosses, and whether it's from the left or the right, they're getting joy, United. Such a handful, Ronaldo, with the ball at his feet, isn't it? Almost impossible to keep tabs on.
John O'Shea. Giggs. Ainsley up to his left. On by O'Shea, who couldn't bring it under control.
Well, you look on John O'Shea as a defender, but of the midfield players, he's the one that's got into that box more than any other. Been unlucky.
Manchester United are dominant.
Can't remember Roy Carroll having to do too much at all. And the United goal this half.
Edson. Giggs gets a throw out of Hosami. Sylvester, the Manchester United goal scorer. Rio Ferdinand to Brown. Ronaldo. Keane. Ainsley. Sylvester launching one, looking for Paul Scholes. It's Carragher away. Keane. Scholes. Off the arm of Hosami. Free kick. And a booking too. First yellow card of the match. And more pressure for Liverpool, but they've been used to that in this first half. It was a free kick that led to their defence being opened up for Sylvester's goal. Ronaldo fancies his chances from here. It's lifted right across the front.
I just wonder if Van Nistelrooy hadn't lost his footing here, would he have had a header on goal? You can see him slipping as he goes in.
been a lively first 45 minutes, and there'll be only one more to add to it. Such has been the quick tempo of the game. No stoppages of any real significance.
No, we haven't. And United, I think, have probably worked harder in this first 45 than they have so far this season. The tempo's been just what they would have wanted.
Silvestre. Ronaldo. Rio Ferdinand has got his first 45 minutes back under his belt, and so far it's been just like he's never been away. It's been an assured performance, although his partner at the back, Mikel Silvestre, has threatened to steal the headlines from him at least. He's got the opening goal at the break. Manchester United lead Liverpool 1-0.
Steve Bruce and Gary McAllister are our guests this evening on Monday Night Football. Well, something's made the difference to Manchester United. Can't just be Rio, can it? And here's an interesting statistic. Last time United scored first and lost in a domestic game was November 2001. And let's rejoin our commentary team, Alan Smith and Rob Hawthorne.
And so far, so good for Rio Ferdinand. He can't be portrayed as a returning hero. He did wrong, but he served his time, and it is time now to move on. And to be fair to him, he's kept his head down, he's worked hard, treated his period out like being injured, kept himself in trim, and so far hasn't put a foot wrong. And Manchester United haven't put a foot wrong, but Rafael Benitez needs to have found the words to somehow change that. Paul Scholes and Ruud van Nistelrooy to get us underway in the second half. Could be a result of huge significance for Manchester United, as they're getting injured players back and their long-term suspended player back. If they were to win what's always a high-octane fixture, then maybe it would send out a message to the teams who appear at the moment to have broken ahead in the title race, Arsenal and Chelsea. Ense. Van Nistelrooy penalised for backing into Hosami. And here's Sami Hyypiä. Broken up by Roy Keane. Here's Brown. Rio Ferdinand. Roy Carroll really has been reduced to the sort of role that Ferdinand has had over the last 8 months of spectator. He's not really had a save to make, the United goalkeeper. Giggs. Edge in the back. Already taken the free kick, and Graham Poll wasn't ready. And a retake is required. Silvestre, who's scored already as a result of a free kick. Forward for this one. Ronaldo bends it in. Nistelrooy just hesitated, and Hyypiä gets it away. Nistelrooy was waiting for the bounce, and Hyypiä knew he hadn't got any time at all to dwell on that. Had to get rid of it quickly.
Well, that's an area where Liverpool now they've got to improve defending against those free kicks, corners, attacking the ball. Something that Sami Hyypiä has done over the years really well.
Carragher. Ferdinand. Back at him heavily from Brown. He's got to try and hold off Luis Garcia here, and he's won the free kick.
He did really well because that ball was belted at him, and great chest control. The centre half is a footballer through and through, isn't he?
Away by Risa. Hippier keeps it in. Liverpool haven't really looked too potent as an attacking force down that left-hand side, despite the talents they have there with Risa and Kuehl. And now they've got another problem because Risa is pulled up. They've already lost Steven Gerrard with injury, and looks as though Risa might have a thigh problem.
Well, that looks like one that he isn't going to recover from if he has pulled his thigh.
Luis Garcia has gone down as well. Some problems mounting here for Liverpool, who've been under siege. They've already lost Steven Gerrard towards the end of the first half with a foot injury. And now Rafael Benitez seeing Luis Garcia getting treatment, and John Arne Riise looking very uncomfortable indeed.
Well, if they're going to lose somebody, they certainly won't want to lose Garcia, because I've been impressed with the way he's kept volunteering for the ball, trying to get things moving for Liverpool. Often he's come up against a brick wall, but it's not through one to try. Looked fairly innocuous, that, didn't it? Maybe just trod on his ankle.
He's on his feet just. Still feeling the pain when he puts any weight on it. So Liverpool soldier on with 10 men. Xabi Alonso drifts the kick in, and O'Shea hooks it away for the corner.
Well, it's a good bit of movement there from Liverpool. Sami Hyypiä peeled around the back, create a little bit of space in the middle.
Taken until the 51st minute for Liverpool to win their first corner, and Harry Kuehl it is who takes it, and Hyypiä can't get to it. Ferdinand was the man there. Hamann wide of Luis Garcia, who came back on just before the corner was taken, but he's still feeling the effects of that injury. Risa is moving more comfortably now, but you can still see from his demeanour that he's still feeling that injury problem. Knocked away by Dietmar Hamann, who came on as the first half substitute for Gerrard. Jamie Carragher, the Liverpool veteran in these fixtures, it's his 16th appearance. And Ryan Giggs is his Manchester United equivalent. This is his 28th. Xabi Alonso. Now Kuehl. Hasn't really been able to get into the game so far, Harry Kuehl, but he's won a free kick here.
It's one of the very few occasions that he's had a chance to take on his man. Too often when Liverpool have gotten possession, he hasn't been in a wide position ready to receive the ball.
So can Liverpool make something of this? It's Xabi Alonso who delivers. It goes beyond Finnan, and they're appealing that Carragher was hauled over then by Heinze. Roy Carroll though tells him to get up and stop looking for the penalty.
Well, they both went to ground, and Heinze ran away once he'd got up. We don't see it there, but Jamie Carragher was incensed. He's got a hold of Heinze though, hasn't he? I think he grabs hold before the Argentine defender does. Nothing in it.
Keane. Ronaldo. It's Brown. Cisse. Silvestre made it difficult for him to break free, and Carroll had a decent starting position.
He did. It's one of the first times I think we've seen Djibril Cisse really open his legs and show his pace.
And for once, Rio Ferdinand put a foot wrong then. He put Keane under pressure from the pass. And Manchester United still haven't really terminated the threat for now. And they've given away a free kick. First time that Ferdinand really has put a foot wrong in the contest.
It is, and I think that's a result of a bit of physical presence from Liverpool, getting in amongst United, not letting them settle. What they need to do.
Xabi Alonso delivers, again goes long, Finnan's round the back, and it's gone in off John O'Shea. Has it? The referee was looking at his assistant, and
Yeah, it's in.
he's given it. Well, Ruud van Nistelrooy has got across to try and influence the assistant's decision, and Graham Poll here is just going to check, and he's given the goal.
It's a lovely run around the back from Steve Finnan, and nobody went with him, a bit like Silvestre. He's got a header down, very unlucky on O'Shea's part because the ball came off Roy Carroll, I think, from the header. It did, off Carroll's thigh onto O'Shea. Very little he could do about it, and no arguments about whether it was over the line or not. Good ball in. Alonso had put one in similar to that just beforehand. Good delivery, and they've got the rewards, Liverpool, at a time when it really didn't look like they were going to get anything.
Well over the line in the end. Liverpool are level here. Fortunate circumstances maybe, but they'll take it, and it's given them the lucky break they needed. Rafael Benitez's team under so much pressure in the first half, now making a different game of it. The referee didn't have to check with his assistant, Rob Lewis, just to make absolutely certain. But the ball had crossed the line, and O'Shea's was the final touch. Ferdinand, who was a man desperately trying to keep it out, but fighting a losing battle to do that. Hopia, Cisse offside.
I wonder where that Liverpool goal was going to come from if ever it did. It just shows you when you get good delivery into the box off free kicks. So many goals these days come from set pieces. That's why teams concentrate so much on them, getting them right. And Alonso delivered.
Both goals today have. Here's Ronaldo. Roy Keane. Ainse. This is Giggs. Back from O'Shea. And cleared by Sami Hyypiä. Ainse. Luis Garcia, and away by Roy Keane.
Manchester United, after the possession they've had, after the dominance they've had for a good 50 minutes of this game, they'll be absolutely gutted to find themselves level now. Chances they created that first half.
Ainse. Scrappy goal, but Steve Finnan can't really lay claim to it, even though his was the final Liverpool touch. Broken up by Silvestre, now Keane. Scholes. Ronaldo. O'Shea. Scholes. Overhit by Brown.
Well, understandably, it's knocked them out of their stride, United.
Here's O'Shea. Keane. Ainsley. Where it was smooth and flowed easily in the first half, suddenly it's disrupted and broken up now as a result of this equaliser.
Well, this was the free kick that created it, and it is a long high ball. United will be disappointed that Finnan was allowed to peel round the back unchallenged once he got the header in. Not a lot else that Carroll or O'Shea could do about it. Carroll made himself big, just didn't get the luck in the end.
Manchester United, who've drawn their last 4 games in all competitions, are pegged back here. And suddenly Liverpool in the driving seat. Kuhl's ball in and Silvestre stepped out of the way at the last moment. A deflection on that and we could have been looking at another own goal. Here's Hosami. Xabi Alonso, Luis Garcia. Keane gets in with a tackle. Ronaldo first to it against Haman. Forced him out wide and then gave him a nudge. Manchester United get the free kick.
Well, Alonso's getting through some work because he initially played the ball into Garcia and then he's dashed 30 yards back and got the challenge in.
Here's Ainsley. O'Shea looking for room, but Carragher closes him down. Benitez will be delighted with the way Xabi Alonso has acquitted himself in this match. Showed great faith in the 22-year-old. Said that he wouldn't look out of place in this fixture despite his relative lack of experience against somebody like Roy Keane. And that has proved the case. Here's Giggs. Away by Finnan, and Cesar's a late flag. He's judged offside.
Happy. United defending very high up the pitch, taking a chance there with Cissé's pace. Wasn't too much in it at all.
Ainsley. Rio Ferdinand. Keane. Luis Garcia back to Xabi Alonso. Now Kuhl. Finnan, who made the goal for Liverpool. Challenged by Ainsley. Kept in by Kuhl.
Those step overs not quite as quick as Ronaldo's, are they? And Harry Kuhl that time. But United's passing has got sloppy over the last 5 or 10 minutes, certainly since the goal. And Liverpool's has improved.
His worst nightmare. Got themselves off to such a good start, but a scrappy goal conceded from a free kick has put Liverpool back on a level footing.
We're looking to see how they do respond now. They've done everything right, really.
Conceding the goal, though, certainly has knocked them out of their stride. Hosami!
What a strike that was. Probably 30 yards out. It came to him. It's very comfortable in Liverpool shirt, like Garcia, like Alonso. One of the 3 Spaniards. Moved a bit as well.
Not in the direction he wanted. Just off target. Van Nistelrooy's flick on. Carragher stretching. Xabi Alonso away. That's Ainsley. Carragher again. Luis Garcia. Silvestre. Roy Keane. Good first-time ball to Ronaldo. But emphatically by Sami Hyypiä, and Manchester United have themselves a corner.
Oh, what a ball from Roy Keane that was, first time inside of his right boot.
Giggs. It's Ronaldo's ball across. Cut out by Haman. Here's Keane again. Brown. Mikel Silvestre. Rio Ferdinand has stayed forward as Brown here looks towards Ainse. This is beyond Van Nistelrooy. Giggs and Ronaldo on that far side though. Here's Ronaldo. Here's Giggs. Stopped by Hyypiä. Roy Keane. Ronaldo. Just couldn't work it through. Hyypiä. Finnan. Ferdinand, who stayed forward for a large part of that attack, quickly back now. Done round, but Cissé's offside.
Oh, that was close. That was close. I was looking at Cissé then just pull off the shoulder of Mikel Silvestre. All of a sudden he's getting that little bit more room, and well, is he off? Look at the stripes in the turf. I don't think he is. Level for me.
There have been one or two questioning looks about those decisions from Djibril Cissé, and it looks as though he had every right to question that one. Well, it's delicately poised now. Silvestre. Ainse. Van Nistelrooy. He misses the tackle against Haman. And here's Harry Kewell. Risa. Kewell. Keane gets in tight. Carragher. Luis Garcia. Kewell. Kept in by Giggs. And he shrugged off John Arne-Risa. He's got three in the middle. Played against Sami Hyypiä, who feels that Giggs got the last touch. The officials disagree.
John Arne-Risa will be a relieved man there because he got nudged in the back and went to ground far too easily when the challenge from Ryan Giggs came in.
And the respite may be temporary. Giggs kicks. Silvestre again! Goal again! Manchester United back in front. It's a double salvo from Mikel Silvestre.
Oh, would you believe that? We thought perhaps Liverpool would have learned the lesson after the first goal. Certainly assigned somebody. Look at Silvestre, starts from deep, comes on, he's got a free run. In the end, he's next to John Arne-Risa, who looks up and says, well, who was marking him? Simple fact is, again, nobody was marking zonally Liverpool, and it's just not working. Great header, you have to say. It's a really unnecessary goal to concede from Liverpool's point of view. Not a big fan of this zonal system.
Well, Djibril Cissé has gone off in the wake of that goal, and Milan Baros has come on for Liverpool, who now, for the second time in this contest, have to come from behind. 2 goals from Mikel Silvestre, and Manchester United are back in front. Here's Finnan. Luis Garcia looks for Baros, and a straightforward pick-up then for the goalkeeper. Milan Baros hasn't had too much joy in previous contests with Manchester United. Lasted 59 minutes in his first before being taken off, and only 6 minutes in his last Premiership game against them. Well, there'll be many inquests in the Liverpool dressing room after this. Guilty of, on 2 significant occasions, giving the same player a straight header at goal, and on both occasions Silvestre has netted. Kewell. Xabi Alonso to Finnan. Referee inadvertently played a part there. And Giggs. Graham Cole, an easier decision to make with a free kick.
That goal actually came from a corner that they could have avoided. Liverpool John Arisa wasn't strong enough under Giggs' challenge out on that right flank and eventually led to the corner.
A switch of Giggs to the right, Ronaldo to the left. He's livened things up for Manchester United. Finnan has won a free kick here.
A little bit surprised actually that Djibril Cissé's gone off at a time when he was looking his most liveliest, threatening to get through on goal.
Luis Garcia comes deep, Scholes goes towards him. Kuehl with the throw. Keane cuts it out.
I just wonder if Liverpool have got it in them to come back again, having only come second best for most of this match.
Ronaldo. Inside, stepped off the pitch. Coming in on Ronaldo, who didn't appreciate the challenge. Ronaldo. Tense's ball flung across. Van Nistelrooy, John O'Shea, Giggs, and Hyypiä has to rely on help from John Arisa to get that one clear. Xabi Alonso, very ambitious, and Carroll has to parry it to keep it out. What vision!
Well, I think that sums up the talent of the man. It was a beautifully driven effort. Has a glance up. And really, Roy Carroll, another couple of yards outside, forward, and he'd have been beaten there.
Finnan, fouled by Roy Keane, who is going to be shown a yellow card, unfortunately for him.
Roy Keane was wrong side and he had to make the challenge, he knew that, and he's just a fraction of a second now.
Day of some sadness anyway for Roy Keane, with the death announced today of Brian Clough, the manager who brought him into English football and gave him his debut actually against Liverpool. Xabi Alonso swinging one in. And claimed by Roy Carroll. It's gone right the way through to Ronaldo. If he can keep this in, Liverpool could have problems. He has done. He's got his cross in as well. Rees is there though. A man further away, and the flag up because he'd come back from an offside position. Ball was rolling when Silvestre took the resulting free kick.
Well, Liverpool just got to change the way they play now going forward with Baros on up front. He hasn't got that starting pace that Cisse had and prefers balls into feet. Little ones down the channel.
Brown. Ferdinand. Away from Ruud van Nistelrooy. Silvestre. Brown. Keane picking out Cristiano Ronaldo. Couldn't keep it in. He was already on a yellow card, dived in a bit there against Luis Garcia, but the referee indicated to Rafael Benitez, who asked the question, that Keane got the ball. Kewell, Barosh has set off too early again, offside.
I don't think he can moan there, Barosh. He'd got his back turned to the ball as well when it came in. He was chancing his arm here, Roy Keane, having just been booked. Had to get some part of the ball, otherwise it was a certain booking, and his initial challenge didn't. It was the left knee that got it in the end. A little bit fortunate.
And Paul giving him the benefit of the doubt. Giggs, who's teased his way through, but Risa, at the vital moment, stuck his body in the way, and Giggs, pulling back on him, has earned Liverpool a free kick and some breathing space.
Energy. He needs the energy now, Rio. He's got to that point in the match where his legs are probably feeling it. Get the old energy bar down your neck. I haven't seen that before. You want a drink next.
Scholes, O'Shea, Keane, Silvestre, Ainsay, it's the corner that led to the goal.
It was, and it did come off Ryan Giggs, wasn't it? That's a little bit luck. It has gone United's way, and after that Liverpool didn't do anything to help themselves.
Well, they may have benefited from a little bit of luck with the own goal, Liverpool, but they've certainly had their slices of bad luck too, because the free kick that led to the first goal was questionable. And certainly the corner that led to the second, subject to dispute as well then.
Sonny Hippier was protesting very strongly to Graham Poll at the time. The referee waved it away, pointed to the corner spot. Some you win, some you lose. But what happened after that, you know, Liverpool have got to look at themselves.
Luis Garcia, Xabi Alonso. They're playing Barosh here, and Carroll has come and gets there.
That's unlucky because Steve Finnan made a good run inside and created that space. Right for Barosh.
Ronaldo getting away from Hosami, who's pulling him back, but he resists, tries to guide it through, but Reece is there.
Well, they had Paul Scholes and Ryan Giggs over on the other side, desperately trying to support, and they did in the end.
Kewell. Luis Garcia leaves the ball behind. Ronaldo, neatly away from Hosami again, and look how Silvestre's got forward to his left. May not need it. Foul by Xabi Alonso, and it's going to be a free kick and a booking.
Well, Ronaldo in this form is unplayable. What you do with him, that's a desperate challenge from Alonso. A couple of runs now, Ronaldo have just been outstanding. Fancy this one.
Reasonably central.
Hindsight with his left peg, fancies a whack.
It's Ainsay, it's deflected, and the deflection good enough for Dudek to take it into his arms.
Well, he was appealing for handball here, and the arm did go up, didn't it, from Didi Hamann? Certainly had a case there.
Barosh. Risa. Barosh again. Luis Garcia looking to turn away from Ferdinand, only to find that Brown is covering behind. This time Ferdinand returns the compliment. Kiel. Risa. Tripped by Van Nistelrooy.
Forwards tackle. Call that one. Similar position to the one they scored the goal from, Liverpool. Alonso again. Delivering it. A bit wider this time.
And a different approach, and it did find its way through to her man, because John Arisa clearly wasn't on the same wavelength as Xabi Alonso then. Away by Keane from Luis Garcia. Carling Cup action to come this week. Last year's finalist Bolton have a tricky tie at Yeovil. That's live on Sky Sports 2, Tuesday 7 o'clock. And Tottenham also have a potentially difficult trip to Boundary Park Oldham. That's live on Sky Sports 2, Wednesday, again from 7 o'clock.
What a ball that was from Alonso.
Kuehl looking to get his way through. And he went down right on the corner of the area from Giggs' challenge, but the referee, who was only yards away from it, said he got the ball. By Paul Scholes, free kick taken, Xabi Alonso. Now Kuehl is starting to wield more of an influence, teasing Brown, Ferdinand behind the cross.
Well, they've only got Milan Barosh in the middle to aim at, asking an awful lot with 3 United defenders in that middle ground as well. That's better from Harry Kuehl, at least he's taking on his man as an end product.
Risa goes short to Kuehl. Now Haman invites Kuehl into it again. Gets rid of it before King comes in. Huppier's hooked through, cleared by Ferdinand. Finnan and Barosh almost in each other's way to start with. It's Barosh who's taken it on. Finnan, they're appealing for a handball there against Ferdinand. Not sure even if it did touch his hand, there was much he could have done about it.
Yeah, he was very close to it. Ferdinand came up sharply.
Header clear by Keane. That's Risa. Now Kuehl. Roy Keane's getting through a lot of defensive work now as Manchester United look to preserve this lead for the final 10 minutes.
Liverpool have got to get some of those central midfielders into the box, because there was only Barosh again to aim at. They got into a good position. Got a chance to arm Liverpool and trying to get back into it.
Win is a must for Manchester United. They've dropped too many points lately and lost ground on the teams breaking away at the top. The third goal would make them feel a whole lot more comfortable. Here's Scholes. West Brown. On by O'Shea, and Giggs felt he was held back then by Risa, but the referee says no.
Well, he just stopped, didn't he? Giggs. He was that positive, I think he was going to get the award.
Garcia misjudged the direction he needed to put that in for Barosh. Brown. Carragher's arms all over Ruud van Nistelrooy. Free kick, and Carragher takes issue.
There's a good scrap there. Van Nistelrooy, Carragher. Nice one.
Scholes. Giggs. Barosh has to break away from Silvestre here, and he slipped. Carragher. Silvestre has had his critics recently, but he's given a towering performance at both ends of the pitch tonight. 2 goals and defending solidly. Ronaldo. Carragher. Caught by Ronaldo after the ball had gone. Xabi Alonso's taken the free kick. Ferdinand stays in control. The rain and the wind seem to be getting stronger in the closing stages of this game, and Steve Finnan's views getting stronger as well, forcibly expressed.
I don't think you can say there's a lack of spirit in this Liverpool side. They kept going. Plenty to do in terms of team play for Benitez, but he's got some togetherness here.
Alan Smith is going to get a run out here. And, just over 5 minutes in which to make his mark. Played in by Xabi Alonso, and it's O'Shea's header away. Only to Harry Kewell. Hyypiä! And Steve Finnan was there. What an important clearance by Ainse.
Well, what about Roy Keane's challenge on Sami Hyypiä as well? A certain goal, surely. When Hyypiä swiveled on this, there's Keane's challenge, had to be right, and it was. Ainse did the rest. Good defending from both.
Flung in. Luis Garcia. What a huge amount of defensive work Roy Keane is getting through. And Nistelrooy taken down by Luis Garcia. And Manchester United want to make their change now, and they're bringing off Paul Scholes. Paul oversees the administration of it as Scholes goes off. And on comes Alan Smith. Reunited with Rio Ferdinand from their Leeds days. The last time they were in the same team together, Smith scored the winner against Middlesbrough. Even though they are winning, you get the feeling that Manchester United might just still need another goal. It's still on a knife edge. Silvestre. Now Smith. Xabi Alonso. Kept in by Ronaldo. Ainse. Here's O'Shea. O'Shea was fouled. Free kick. Another throw to Manchester United. Silvestre.
Well, he's had a good game tonight, but perhaps he got away with something here. The arm's there, but I think he's a yard away. I think that would have been harsh if a penalty had been given. Deserves a bit of luck, doesn't he? 8 months out of the game. He's come back as if he hasn't been away. He'll be delighted.
Looks like the gamble, calculated there it was, has paid off. Although nothing can be taken for granted yet. Liverpool will be as steely and determined as ever to put one over their old rivals at a ground where they've had a fair amount of joy in recent times. Carragher. Now Hosami has run it out.
Well, whatever the result tonight for United, this is something that they can build on now, though. take great heart from it. Played some really good football, good fast tempo, which is what they're known for. Created plenty of chances. And lots of good performances from individuals. Defensively, a lot more solid than they have been as well.
Barosh getting in with the tackle. It's fallen to Milan Barosh. What a tackle that was from Alan Smith. Took no prisoners there. He resisted Xabi Alonso's follow-up. Ainsley slides in. Well, it's been a gutsy, committed, working display, competitive, but generally fair. The referee's just blown the whistle there to stop things getting too out of hand.
Got 15 sliding tackles in 5 seconds there. Great stuff.
They've conceded one from a free kick. Can Xabi Alonso do any more damage to Manchester United? It's an awkward one, and Brown didn't get a touch, did he? No, goal kick.
It looked like he did, and Jamie Carragher just behind, expecting that to come all the way through. It's interesting to see if Brown did get anything on this. No, I don't think he did he? Well, perhaps Carragher thought he was going to. An attacker in that position might have reacted differently to Carragher.
It's amazing what a win can do. They've only had a victory against Norwich here to cheer the Manchester United fans. This is the big one as far as they're concerned. Coming early in the season with all the problems they've had, it might have presented an even bigger difficulty. But here's Smith. Dudek is behind it.
They'll probably feel a little bit hard done by to have been left out of the starting lineup tonight. He's done really well at the start of his United career, Alan Smith. The fans here have taken to him as well. His attitude, you always know what you're going to get with him, and he's right in with a few goals as well.
Stoppage time is the key, and there will be 3 minutes of it. Ainsley. Ronaldo taken down by Hosami, who's treading a bit of a thin line at the moment. He was booked in the first half. Positive mood around Old Trafford as Manchester United close in on what would be a big, big win for them. O'Shea. Carragher got his body in the way, and O'Shea's attempts to get to the ball give Liverpool a free kick, which Carragher wants to get on with, and Van Nistelrooy was delayed. Still delayed. Olivier Beats keen to it. Rio Ferdinand is there. Brown. John Arnorisa. Got away from Van Nistelrooy, but not from Roy Keane, who may have been unhappy with his performance in the week. And he's been back to his firebrand best tonight.
Yeah, we've enjoyed this tonight, especially if they go on to pick up the 3 points. It's been a cracking contest, exactly what we thought it would be. Maybe Liverpool will feel that they can offer more going forward, but they've not stinted on work rate and attitude. Got better as the match has gone on, actually. Liverpool kept the ball better.
Well, they want the final whistle already, but there's another minute to hang on yet. Liverpool keeping possession well, but can they do anything with it? It's Smith away. Ainsley clears, but the pressure could be on here. It's Dietmar Hamann. And a free kick has been given for Smith's challenge. And this could be late pressure and late anxiety for Manchester United.
It's in a great position. We've seen Didi Hamann smack these in before now. There's 1 or 2. Alonso, I think, perhaps fancies it.
Well, it's win or bust, isn't it, for Liverpool? It is likely to be the last opportunity that they get in this game to get a point out of it. Xabi Alonso, Dietmar Hamann, who we remember scoring a free kick, a famous free kick at Wembley, are there, and Rees is to the right. It's Hamann, and it's wide. And there goes Liverpool's last chance, you feel.
Just slightly sliced this. Only got a deflection when he hit it. It didn't. A disappointing finish for him. Clear sight of goal. Opportunity wasted. At least a test, Roy Cowling, as the rain comes down. If they got that on target, difficult for Cowell to hold.
And maybe, just maybe, Manchester United season starts here. Rio Ferdinand has come through unscathed, and it's his central defensive partner who's won the points for Sir Alex Ferguson. Mikel Silvestre with the 2 goals that bring joy to Rio Ferdinand on his return to the first team after an 8-month absence, and bring joy to Manchester United fans after a fairly miserable start to the season. At least it gives them a foundation on which to build. Silvestre with 2 goals, 2 headers. There'll be inquests in the Liverpool dressing room about the freedom that he was allowed to get those headers in. Liverpool's own goal, a scrappy affair from a free kick, knocked into his own net by John O'Shea. But Silvestre is the goal-scoring hero for Manchester United on the night. They've beaten their old rivals. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 1.
Thanks very much, Rob. This is what the table looks like then. At the bottom, Liverpool go down to 12th, alongside Manchester City and Portsmouth. At the top, though, Manchester United beginning to rise. They are now 8th, alongside Aston Villa, and they're 7 points behind Arsenal. When we come back, Steve Bruce and Gary McAllister will give their opinions. Was it a corner that led to the goal that gave Manchester United victory? We'll talk about that. It's a good day for defenders this evening for Manchester United. United have won. Bet that tastes sweet.